Radio 1 Podcasts.
Radio 1 Podcast.
Download them for free at bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. Now.
The Scott Mills Daily.
Well, this is it. This could be our last show on Radio 1 today. How do you feel about that, Chopper?
Well, I don't want to die before the Champions League final.
God, it's all you ever think about, isn't it?
Afterwards, depending on the result, Thursday I might be very keen to.
You'd rather we moved cake roulette to then, would
No,
you?
let's just get it over and done with, but I don't want to die.
After Becky, who works on the show's premonition that she is going to die at the hands of a Radio 1 listener who sends in a lethal cake, today we have been asking you to send in your cakes, and people actually have. And we're going to do cake roulette today. So the idea is we all take a little mouthful of the cakes that have been sent in by the listeners and then see what happens. It's like Edith's Cake Club, only we've upped it a level.
Why couldn't you have had a premonition about mud wrestling with some page 3 girls or something? Then we could all have done that this afternoon.
Don't work like that. How many cakes have we had in? 2 cakes.
But if I have a premonition in the next 24 hours, we'll try and do that before the end of the week, will we?
I don't know.
Excellent.
But we do have the cakes here, and we're ready to try it out. Before we die, I'm going to play you Kids in Glass Houses, Pendulum, and the new one by Alicia Keys. And if you're very nice to me, I might play you the Yo Gabba Gabba remix of Ting Tings as well.
Before one of us dies.
Before one of us dies.
Scott Mills.
Radio 1.
Radio 1.
I must point out we know absolutely nothing about what is in these cakes. We're just going to have a go. We've all got that kind of nervous excitement, haven't we? Haven't we?
Well, not the excitement bit, but the nervous bit.
Radio 1 Podcast.
Download them for free at bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Hi, Owen.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm good, you're right.
Not too bad, not too bad. I was listening to your podcast from yesterday, and you were talking about laughing at funerals.
Yeah, we were talking about the worst place that you can ever be in, where you just absolutely lose it and burst out laughing. Can you be in a very serious situation, for example, like a funeral? Everyone's like quietly paying their respects, and then this happens. Adele walks in and sets everyone off.
And we had that woman who couldn't stop laughing when she ran over her husband.
That was funny.
Not for him.
What were you saying, Owen?
Basically, we were at this funeral that my uncle was friends with the guy, and it was like after the burial, and we were all kind of standing around the graveside and stuff. And after the coffin went down, everyone kind of filed up to pay their respects to the man's wife. So my uncle, like, it was his turn. He shook her hand and gave her a kiss on the cheek. And just as he turned around, he slipped and fell into the grave on top of the coffin. Yeah.
Fell into the grave.
Fell into the grave, yeah.
And what were you doing?
Well, we were like trying to hold the laughter. Like, some people were like in bits laughing, but my mum was like really serious, so she was shooting us daggers, like, we should say, shut up or I'll break your neck.
So your mum's telling you to shut up,
Yeah.
and you're just like choking with laughter.
Exactly. Joe, when you're like really shaking, you're trying to hold it all in.
I think you might win though. That is a pretty bad place to laugh.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Thanks, Owen.
Radio 1 Podcasts.
Radio 1 Podcast.
Right, I don't want to do this now.
I think it'll be alright.
Well, what do you mean? I think it'll be all right. You've already tucked into your cake.
She has. It's astonishing.
What are you doing? They've been sent in by listeners. Oh, just had a little bit of icing off the top. God, this is what happens. This is how you're going to die because you can't help it.
I know.
The cling film comes off and you're straight in there.
I actually feel sick.
Ben in Cardiff's been on saying, someone better get ill off this, otherwise this will be awful radio. Listening to 3 people eat cake for half an hour.
Half an hour?
Before, is it?
Now, Radio 1 listeners do, well, not all of them, but some of them do send in some scary texts. Just imagine when they send in their baked goods. I am getting worried about this. Because it was all fine when we said, oh, let's do cake roulette yesterday. Now it's all got a little bit real.
I don't think the ones who send in those texts have the intelligence to bake cakes, to be honest.
Do you know what I mean, though? It's a bit real now we actually got to eat the cake.
Yeah.
I can imagine this happening.
Radio 1.
Newsbeat.
Today's top story. Tributes are pouring in for Radio 1 DJ Scott Mills, who was assassinated today by a fairy cake. His colleague Joe Wiley had this to say.
No, I'm gutted. Yeah, heartbroken. Terrible, tragic. Lost to everybody.
Scott Mills died live on air after eating a cake sent in by a listener known only as Joe from Northampton. Another star in mourning is Will Young.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it's just amazing. I'm quite overwhelmed, actually. I'm very happy.
Scott's sidekick Chappers also died in the incident. There'll be more on the light but moist assassination of Scott Mills at 5 o'clock. Now Radio 1 returns to playing 48 hours of solemn Dido songs.
Radio 1.
I haven't ever really found a place that I call home.
You can imagine that happening.
Never stick around quite long enough.
God, would they really play Dido if I died?
That isn't how you want to go.
It's
Not the
really.
cake thing,
Oh, God.
just them playing Dido as a
Scott
tribute.
Mills is dead. Let's play White Flag. Let's not.
But it's not as if I mind the
Or even worse, sand in my shoes.
It's just a thought.
Anyway, yeah, that's just what I thought of it. It just flashed through my mind.
I quite like it in that they just sort of glossed over the fact that Chappers had also passed away.
Yeah, he got
It's
one
like-
line in the news bulletin.
You're like the Mother Teresa to his Princess Di.
Oh, because they both died on the same day, didn't
Yeah.
they? Are you really comparing me to Princess Diana?
Yeah.
And him,
I got
and
Mother Teresa.
and you're you happy with that? You're Mother Teresa.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Right, okay, please
Had worse.
don't try this at home. Don't get people to send in cakes from people you don't know and eat them. And let's do cake roulette on Radio 1. Are we ready? Let's do it. So, we've got the cake sliced up there. Who's going? Am I going first?
Do you want to go
What?
first?
Go, let Chappers go first.
Why do I... Oh,
Go on.
right, hang on.
Right, this has been sent in by a Radio 1 listener. We don't know who sent it in. Well,
Do we know... We know that it came with a card.
Oh, is that the one with the card?
Yeah.
And the balloon.
And a
I quite
balloon.
like this.
The card on the balloon. Well, the balloon says, make a wish.
Yeah.
And
why do I get this one then?
And the card says, hi Scott, here's a cake for your cake assassination feature. They've actually called it that. Right, describe the cake.
It's a little white square, lots of icing, and it says on the top of it, just for you.
Yeah. Okay, so take a nice big mouthful of that. Okay, right, so...
I think that's...
What's happened?
Oh, it's a fruitcake. Oh, God, I can't stand fruitcake. Oh,
I thought you were going, it's got arsenic in it.
Oh,
no,
God.
it's just got fruit in it.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, no, he's coming up. It's coming up.
Oh. I can't stand... I'd rather have the
Arsenic.
Yeah. Oh, that's revolting.
Oh, he spat it out. Gross.
No, I've eaten it, but I just spat out whatever bit of fruit was left.
I'd rather have arsenic than fruit.
Oh, that's revolting.
Okay.
One that doesn't speak.
Is he... What, is he
Is
eating?
he- is
Yeah,
he-
Are
he's
you
going to
in?
have some as well.
Yeah, okay, he's in. Right.
Here he goes.
Obviously, this is not going to be that entertaining because he's not really allowed to speak. Okay. Describe his cake.
This is the proper homemade one. This is the one that came in wrapped in cling film. It smells of oranges, and I've tried a little bit of the icing, but I haven't had a full bite
Can you help
yet.
yourself, could you?
No.
Pamela?
Oh, he's gone properly. He's got a full mouthful.
I had a full mouthful as well.
Rubbish.
Okay.
He's nodding, he likes that.
Okay.
Right.
Isn't there something suspicious here that you three all have the same cake and I have...
2 sent in. There's only 2 sent in.
Yeah, but why do you three all get the same cake and I get the special individual one?
Oh, I couldn't possibly comment. Right, here I go.
Okay, go on.
I quite like this.
Becky's just put a whole slice in her mouth in one go.
Good one.
She already had the icing before we started it. Okay.
How long does it take before it cooks in, though?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Is it
won't we?
instant, like on 24, or do you have to wait a
No,
bit?
you have to wait, I think.
All right.
Shall I have a go?
Yeah.
Big mouthful.
He's not keen.
What does it taste of?
It's orange, isn't it?
Becky's now having another mouthful. Just...
Orange. Quite sugary.
Ah.
That could be the poison.
So you three have all had some nice orange cake together.
Do you die immediately from arsenic?
I don't know.
But to be honest...
Cyanide?
No. The thing is, though, I think, where is your average Joe Bloggs going to get cyanide from?
That's true.
You know, it's not going to happen,
It's not
is it?
widely
That's why
available,
I think
is
it's fine.
Okay.
I don't feel very well.
Are you having the rest of it?
Yeah, I'm just going to munch on.
I am as well. Let's do it.
Could you keep your mouth shut when you're eating? You're revolting. Talk. I can't see what you're pointing at. Here's some. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's one of your favourites, Neo.
Right, what?
This is slightly worrying because the one that doesn't speak has just said stop the record because Becky has some explaining to do.
Oh no, what?
What?
Oh my god, I feel so bad.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
The cakes weren't really sent in from listeners.
Right.
Well, that one was, but it's fine because it was from a reputable company.
How do we...
Your one, Chappers.
Was from a reputable company.
But Scott's... Oh my god,
What have you done?
I've never done such a bad thing in my life. Scott's, yours is filled with laxatives.
Is it really? Is it really? Seriously?
You said you didn't mind because you had that men's health thing to do tomorrow, so you could do with losing some weight.
Did you not taste that there were laxatives
They're
in
really
that?
tiny little pills. Apparently they won't work for 6 to 12 hours.
6 to 12 hours?
I couldn't get any that worked immediately. She said that only happened in films.
You took the biggest bite.
The one that doesn't speak said it would be fun.
The Scott Mills Daily.
What's that?
It's my new book that I'm reading. I do read quite a lot, but this one is extra good. It's called Why Am I
I know why you
Always...
tried to make yourself sound intelligent. I do read quite a lot.
Well, actually, I just take my recommendations from the Heat top 10 list.
Wow.
That's fine. This one's called Why Am I Always the One Before the One? Don't read anything into this. I am quite happy in my relationship. It's basically this book about this girl.
Told us.
Just before you make any witty comments.
Is this in Heat this week?
Yeah, no, this is their number one at the moment. This is like the best book that they say you should get. It's basically written by this girl, and it's all the stories of her Mr. Wrongs before she's finally met her Mr. Right. I'm not very far into it. It's only started it last night, but I found this, which is quite interesting.
Do you want some music?
Yes,
Oh,
please.
I don't like this, do you?
No, I don't like this either.
Hey.
Okay.
Page 14. One of my big crushes was on now well-known Radio 1 DJ Scott Mills. Do you want me to carry on?
Is this real?
This is an actual book, yeah.
No, but is it a true story?
It's not a novel.
No, it's a true story. It's biography. It's not even in fiction. Okay.
Okay.
Some things you just couldn't make up.
Yeah. One of my big crushes was on now well-known Radio 1 DJ Scott Mills, who back then was a local radio presenter. Cultivating my stalking skills from a young age, I cunningly managed to blag myself work experience with him. Are you sure you want me to carry on? To my delight, I was soon answering the phones for Scott and popping in and out of the studio whenever I could appear helpful. While the records were playing, I precociously tried to impress him with my sparkling 14-year-old wit. And then she just goes on and on and on.
When was this?
When was it?
Yeah.
Can you?
She says she was 14. It's I don't know.
Okay, who's the author?
Charlotte Ward.
Oh my god, I do know her.
Is this actually true then?
Yes, absolutely.
OMG.
OMG. When I was about 17 or 18, I used to work at a radio station in Swindon. I think she was from the Bath area.
She travelled a long way to see you then. That's a better.
Swindon to Bath's not that far.
Oh. It's trying to make you sound better.
Was that when you had quite a big moon head?
A massive, like, moon face. Don't know what she saw in me, to be honest. My whole face was like...
There's an
face
old
was
DJ
the size
card
of the moon.
There's an old DJ card of you, and you just have quite a big moon
It's
face.
all face, isn't it?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
then.
and she used to write me, like, really long letters and stuff.
So if people write in saying they fancy you,
No,
you will give them work experience.
That's basically what it says here, doesn't it?
No, I didn't sort out the work
Is that
experience.
how it still works?
No, she went through the correct channels.
Oh, right.
I'd like to say.
Which is what, writing to you and telling you...
No, she went through the company. But hi, Charlotte, if you're listening, I do remember you from ages ago. It's a bit scary that you did work experience and now you're writing a tell-all.
Did you not know about this? Was she not meant to ask you before she wrote it?
I don't know.
You could sue her.
I don't want to sue her. Anyway, that's special.
I quite like it.
That is all she says, right?
There's a little bit more.
About me?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
BBC Radio 1 podcast.
And that was cake roulette. Please don't try that at home. Now, I actually did think that was sent in by a Radio 1 listener. Why did I willingly put that straight into my mouth?
I don't know.
I think the cling film added to it, didn't it?
Yeah. Ooh. I'm fine at the moment.
In 6 hours you won't be.
I think, 6 hours from now?
Nearly 5 to 11.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's going to be a good night's sleep for me.
Good job you're not on the lottery. I would like that.
And the numbers are back in a sec. Oh, hang on, let's just see if I can hear my stomach hum. Can you hear that? Listen.
No, not.
There was a little
There was a
gurgle
little
there.
gurgle. There's going to be nothing compared to the gurgle.
Oh, hang on, it's back. Oh!
What was that?
It was just
It's all in your head at the moment.
How long is it? 6 hours, is it? Brilliant. Right, like I say, please don't try that at home, and thanks very much, Becky, for that.
No worries.
Amazing, thank you. This is Radio 1.
Radio 1 podcasts.
Radio 1 podcast.
I
Podcast.
don't know if you've seen this. There's an office in Singapore, okay, and they have got a bit of a ghost. It's all over YouTube at the moment.
Okay.
If you look up Raffles Place, RAFFLES, Raffles Place Ghost on YouTube. Okay, so I'll show this to you now. There's CCTV footage, okay, of some people at this office in Singapore, and they're in a lift, okay? Mm-hmm. Keep watching the lift, and then the doors open, and they come out of the lift, and then look what happens.
Okay.
So having a chat. You can look this up online.
So they're still in the lift at the moment.
Raffles
Talking.
Place.
Here we go, look,
Raffles
look.
Place
They're getting
Ghost.
Oh no, that's just weird.
It's a ghost.
That's just like some old woman.
It's pretty freaky though, isn't it?
That is.
If you're still at work, look up Raffles Place Ghost on YouTube.
That's not.
And keep watching the lift.
That's just an old woman hiding in the lift, isn't it?
Well, there is a lot of talk about whether this is real or not at the moment. You don't think it is, right?
No,
Okay.
not at all. It's just,
I can tell you, it is actually a hoax. It is. Yeah.
How do you know this?
Well, I just know. You'll never guess why it's a hoax.
Why?
Right? Would you like to hear the man responsible?
Yeah.
Here he is.
Hi, my name is Josh Goh, Corporate Services Manager at the GMP Group.
Right, so he's the business manager at this office, okay? He's the man that did it.
We created the online hoax now known as the Raffles Place Ghost.
So it was all him. But why did they do it?
At GMP, we want to highlight the dangers of working late.
That's right. So they wanted to highlight the dangers of working late. Because it's dangerous working late, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stress, fatigue, ill health are just a few.
Stress, fatigue, ill health.
Old women in lifts.
No, most scary of all.
And if you're really, really unlucky, you might see a ghost. Just kidding.
So they invented this ghost to persuade people not to work late because it's dangerous. Do you think that's why the Radio 1 ghost was invented? To keep Colin Murray off the radio? Oh, it's like, don't come in, Colin, there's a ghost. Here's my favourite bit.
I would like to tell you more, but it's already 7 p.m. and I'm heading home for dinner.
Wise move.
Radio 1 podcasts.
Podcast.
What's partying in your tummy at the moment, Scott?
Cake.
In my tummy, party, party. In my tummy.
Anything else?
Laxatives.
In my tummy, party, party.
But maybe not.
Why?
No, I think you might have messed this up.
Yeah, I suddenly get these really bad cramps.
Remember, we ate the same cake, but mine was apparently laced. Or was it?
I'm just-
You got to switch them over, did you, love?
I'm just really worried I've given him the wrong bit.
So you now think you might have
Yeah.
eaten
Poisoned
the one
yourself.
with the laxatives?
No, I am genuinely concerned now that I've eaten the blimmin' wrong one. Oh, God. That's karma, isn't it?
We're going
Or stupidity.
So we'll keep monitoring our stomachs throughout the show today. I feel a bit funny as well, though, so it could be...
What a fascinating next 2 hours this is going to be.
Seriously, it could be
Who's
anyone's
going to
game.
drop their load first?
Could be anyone's game, this.
podcast.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello, who's that?
it's Sophie.
Hi, Sophie, where are you today?
I'm in Woodbridge at home.
Okay, how can I help?
Well, I was listening earlier, and I've been listening for this week because I've been revising at home.
Yeah.
And I heard that you on the radio that you'd been killed because of the cakes that have been sent in.
Yeah.
And me and my stepmom were listening, and I thought that I actually just stood there and I was like, oh my God, I actually thought that you died.
By cake?
Yeah, by a cake. I was in shock.
One of my friends actually texted me on my phone going, oh my God, don't ever do that again. I really thought you were dead.
It was, and you used the news reporter as well, so I actually thought that you were dead.
Why would your friend have texted you if you were dead?
That's true.
Oh my God, I can't believe you've died.
Yeah. It's a waste of 12p, that, isn't it?
This is a podcast from BBC Radio 1.
Now, earlier on our game Cake Roulette, where you, the Radio 1 listener, sends in cakes and we eat them and then just wait for the result. Well, that's what I thought. I was cruelly duped into believing that. Becky laced my slice with laxatives. Don't try that at home. Some people are saying, how's Scott feeling? I feel a bit weird, but there's not really a party in my tummy at the moment.
Is there anything at all?
I just feel like later on it could all be on.
That's psychological, though, I think.
And also, in a hilarious twist, Becky may have eaten a slice of cake also laced with the laxatives that she put in there. So, in your face. How are you feeling?
Rubbish.
You feel a bit rubbish?
Yeah, no, it's cramping quite a lot.
Okay, right.
That might just be because I've eaten too much cake.
Okay, right, here's my stomach.
Still nothing.
No, nothing. And yours, please.
Oh, there was then.
Oh, there was then. Oh.
I so know that I've eaten the wrong bit, and that proves it.
Oh, that was wrong.
Maybe you ate the wrong bit, I reckon.
Right.
Nah, you didn't switch them over. Like I said, in your face. Okay. Bit of love lost and found, following on from last night. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, Scott.
Now, we spoke to you yesterday on the show, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Just recap the story for us. What happened?
I went out on Friday night, pulled a guy, got back to my house, realised I'd lost my keys, couldn't get into my house, so went to try and break in through a small window, and I managed to get in, but the other guy couldn't get in.
So basically, you climbed through a small window.
Yep.
He couldn't get through.
No.
Because he's a bit bigger than you?
Yeah.
But then you couldn't let him in either because you didn't have keys.
That's right, yeah.
So you had to say goodbye.
So we had to say goodbye through the window.
And he put a lot of effort in as well. He was stood on top of wheelie bins, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he was. He was really trying hard.
Did you not sort of think after a while of struggling to get in the house, maybe just to sort of snuggle down in the garden?
Maybe if it was dark, but it was early hours in the morning.
Oh, was the sun coming up?
See, that changes it.
And I can still see all the footprints on my car.
On your car?
On my car, yeah, because I had to climb on the back of my car to get onto my porch.
Oh, right, the footprints are on the outside.
Yeah, on the outside. If we could have got in the car, then that would have been another thing, but I hadn't got no keys, had I, so...
And at no point through any of this did you decide to ask what his name was?
No. It was all a bit of a kind of...
blur?
Oh, yeah, it was a bit...
It's a long blur.
It was a bit of a blur, but I mean, might have asked his name, but I can't remember if he answered or not.
When you first met him, was the conversation really flowing?
Not for very long. Not for very...
Okay, well, since your appeal yesterday...
Okay, yeah.
We think we may have found him.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Hi, James.
Hi, Scott.
You right?
Yeah, good, thank you. Now she tells me about the ladders.
I know. So that was you, was it?
Absolutely.
And you were climbing on wheelie bins and all sorts?
Absolutely. Standing on cars.
Leaving your footprints everywhere.
Anything to get to the cause.
How good is that, Nikki?
I can't believe it.
I know.
This is crazy.
There is a slight problem, though.
Okay.
Hi, Toby.
Hi,
Right, so you think it was you as well?
I'm certain it was me, yes. It was me, Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, it's not Vicky, it's Nikki.
No, as I said, Nikki.
All right, okay.
Listen, I was really gutted Friday night because I didn't even get your number or a kiss off of you. After all that standing around and waiting around on the wheelie bin, and I didn't even get a kiss off you. What's going on?
Ah, see,
I'm
now
devastated.
I don't think that you're the right one because we were definitely kissing.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Toby, are you an imposter?
No, I'm not.
Well, you are. What do you mean, no, you're not? You clearly are.
No.
Right, okay. Bye, Toby.
Bye.
I loved him.
I loved
him.
He made a pig's ear of that.
He really did.
He was trying so hard, though.
Right, sorry about that, Nikki.
It's okay.
What we'll do is we'll put James to the test to see if he is the bloke or if he's also a fraud after this.
The Scott Mills Daily.
Are you ready for a bit of a game of badly bleeped TV?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what happens. We take some clips from well-known TV programmes and we bleep them, and you just have to guess what the words are that are bleeped. You can play this with yourself in your car at the moment. You can play along at home. All right, love. You can play along at home. Are you ready for the first one, everybody?
Yeah.
We're going to Newsnight again.
Okay.
Heavyweight. And here's our first clip on Badly Bleep TV. Just tell me what you think the missing word is.
Gordon Brown has attempted to reduce the number of damaging headlines. His press team are now apparently trying to make sure he's not f***ed in any embarrassing situations.
There we are. So that was clip one. Would you like to hear it again?
Yes.
Trying to make sure he's not f***ed in any embarrassing situations.
Becky, I'll start with you.
Flapjack.
No, that doesn't even make sense.
Trying to make sure he's not f***ed in any embarrassing situations.
Trying to make sure he's not flapjacked in any embarrassing situations.
Okay, flummoxed.
Okay, good, that's better. Chopper.
Flustered.
Here's the answer.
Trying to make sure he's not photographed in any embarrassing situations.
Okay. So, nil for both of you. Ready for the next one on Badly Bleep TV? Make sure you're playing along at home, wherever you are. Another one from Newsnight, all about the politics.
But even the most diligent media handler can't prevent the odd photo.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
But even the most diligent media handler can't prevent the odd photo.
I've got this one.
Okay, go.
Bum.
Oh, I was going to say bomb as well.
Okay.
I'll say bottom then.
Okay.
But even the most diligent media handler can't prevent the odd photo.
Yeah!
How do you say bum on Newsnight? Amazing.
Newsnight's gone downhill, hasn't it?
But even the most diligent media handler can't prevent the odd photo.
There's a bum photo of Gordon Brown on Newsnight.
The Gordon Brown story.
I don't see his ass.
Becky's googling Gordon Brown bum at the moment.
Okay, final one. Once again from Newsnight. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Just tell me what the missing word is.
The Prime Minister's also begun to smile much more than he did as Chancellor, but some think it looks a bit, well,
Can I hear it again?
Yeah, go on.
Let me know if you've got it right at home as well.
The Prime Minister's also begun to smile much more than he did as Chancellor, but some think it looks a bit, well,
What are your answers?
I'll say, can I go first on this one?
Yeah.
Faked with an A.
But some think it looks a bit, well,
Becky?
I don't even know. Can I pass?
No. Would you like to hear it one more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Prime Minister's also begun to smile much more than he did as Chancellor, but some think it looks a bit, well,
You don't guess.
I know I can. There's only one thing I can.
Don't say
I don't know. I'm not going to.
I need an answer.
I'm going to have to go with chops. Faked. cop out, I know, but I can't say
But
it.
otherwise she'd be sacked.
Yes. I've been sacked once already for laxatising your cake. Can't do it again.
But some think it looks a bit, well, forced.
Forced! And that was Badly Bleeps TV on Radio 1. Let me know how many you got.
This is a podcast from BBC Radio 1.
So we've been talking to Nikki about bloke she met out at the weekend.
Yeah.
She never even knew his name. Now, even after they got back to hers, she'd lost her keys, you see, when they got back to her house. He did come with her back to hers. But she climbed through a window. He tried, but he wouldn't fit through the window. Everyone's going, why didn't she just climb through the window and then go and open the front door? That's because the door was locked and she didn't have any more keys in the house. So, sadly, they had to go their separate ways. Now, we put a peel out yesterday to try and find this bloke. Toby, as you just heard, was a fraud. Let's try again. Right, Nikki?
Hello.
Right, Nikki, seeing as we really couldn't trust Toby...
Okay.
We need to find out whether we can trust James as well.
All right, then.
Are you doubtful about this?
A little. So,
are you just saying that a lot of our male listeners might have just been chancing their arm?
Maybe. So, you've got some questions, haven't you, about what happened on the night?
Yes, I have, yeah.
That only this person would know the answer to.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, let's test out James then, all right?
Okay.
Up for it, James?
Yeah, go on then.
Well, yeah, clearly.
That's where the whole problem started, I think.
Fair play. Fair play.
Okay, let's have question 1.
Okay, what colour is my car?
Blue.
Wrong.
Oh.
Can you not have another guess?
Because he'd had something to drink as well, so blue could look like any other
It
colour.
could look like rusty orange or something, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Another guess, please.
Orange.
Yeah, it is orange.
It is orange.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's an unusual colour car for somebody to guess.
Yeah. We said blue, first of all.
Yeah.
Right, so let's have question 2, please.
Okay, what was the name of the nightclub that we met in?
I have no idea.
James, he often goes places where you don't know where you are.
Occasionally, yeah, it depends on the level of alcohol.
Yeah, me too.
It can be done, can't it? If you go with a group of mates, go with some mates and they know where they're going and you don't know where you're going, you never know where you end up.
It does happen.
All been there.
Okay, try another one, Nikki.
What colour top was he wearing?
Colour top, I was wearing a checkered top.
But what, can you specify a kind of colour?
Red.
Pardon?
Red.
I'm sure that it wasn't red.
Well, you can't remember yourself.
You actually can't, can you?
I can't, I'm
I think the whole point of these questions is that you should know the answers. Otherwise we aren't going to get anywhere.
But do you not know what town that I live in?
No, because I'm clearly an imposter.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Sorry, honey.
Oh, it's okay.
He's an imposter. How could you ever trust him?
I could never trust him.
No. That's right. And Mr. Right on the wheelie bin...
With a big fat head could still be out there.
He's still out there. So, do you want us to keep looking for you?
Yes, please.
That bloke right there sounded like he had, like, a southern accent. Can you remember what his voice was like?
Oh, no. I know he had got nice teeth.
He'd what?
He'd got nice teeth.
You can't remember his name, you don't know what he sounded like, but he had nice teeth.
They didn't do much talking, did they, really?
I don't know. He had lovely teeth.
Wasn't you, was it?
It wasn't me. I wasn't in Stoke last
See
weekend.
you prancing about on a wheelie bin at 5:30 in the morning.
Got
Yeah,
the
so
colour
can
of
I.
his face confused with the colour of her car.
Right, we'll be in touch, Nikki.
All right, then. Love you, Scott.
Love you.
Radio 1 Podcasts.
What now, what?
Don't know, I just feel a bit weird.
But it's even affecting me now. I'm starting to
Do you think
like
it's all
a trooper.
psychological?
Yeah.
Earlier
Suddenly got wind.
we played Cake Roulette earlier, where we ate some cakes that were supposedly sent in by Radio 1 listeners, but then there was a stunning revelation from Becky, who works on the show.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Filled Scots with laxatives.
Now, well, yeah, but you might have eaten it.
Yeah, I think I might have given him the wrong piece. What an idiot!
But everyone's got the same, like, bit weird stomach thing now. I think we're all just making it up.
I've just got sympathy pains.
Have you?
For one of the two of you.
Thanks. Have you had any more twinges?
Yeah, it's properly going. Do you want to have a listen?
Yeah, have a listen. Go on.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's not doing it now. Is
No.
yours doing anything?
Yeah.
And I thought eating the cake was interesting radio, but I mean, seriously, you two putting the microphone to your stomachs to see whether they make a noise is Sony award winning.
Well, it was doing something a minute ago. I'll let you know when it does again.
Oh, please do, honestly.
Radio 1 Podcast.
Radio 1 Podcast. That was the Scott Mills Daily. Why not try the best of Chris Moyles? Available now to download for free at bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.